Hey there, welcome to my channel. This is Erica from Highland Hickory Designs, and in this video I'm going to show you how to do tapestry crochet. We're going to discuss how to carry yarn forwards and backwards, how to change colors, and how to add or take away balls or bobbins. This is my setup right now. I just like to keep it simple, but I thought you might like to see. In tapestry crochet, we go back and forth on every row the same as we would for any other crochet project. Corner to corner goes diagonal, but with tapestry crochet it's pretty straightforward, back and forth. But we will have to change colors. This swatch is going to be very small just for time reasons for this video. It's going to be 10 rows by 10 stitches. And if you'd like a copy of this PDF, you can find it on my blog under the Tapestry Crochet series. The link is in the description box below if you're interested in practicing using this graph. When we do tapestry crochet, we need to keep track of which direction we're working in. These charts are great because they have the staggered numbers, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the number as the beginning of each row. So I know that row 1 is going to go this direction, row 2 is going to go this direction, row 3, and so forth, the whole way to the end. And it doesn't matter which direction you start from, just keep track so that you don't get confused and accidentally go the wrong way. I'm also going to take a picture of the chart and stick it in the upper corner of the video so that you can keep track of our progress as well. Okay, so let's get started. Our first row, we have 10 stitches, but we know from doing single crochet that you need to have 11 chains because your first single crochet is going to go in the second chain from the hook. We'll chain 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whatever the number says on the bottom of your chart, no matter what chart it is, always add 1 chain. First row consists of 10 purple blocks, so we'll start in the second chain from the hook and we will crochet 10 single crochets across. Okay, so there's row 1, 10 single crochets. So when we move up to row 2, we know that first off we're going to need 1 purple stitch, 3 pink, 2 white, 3 pink, 1 purple. So now we're going to have to start adding some balls or bobbins depending on what you're using. Okay, so we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and we have 1 purple stitch, but we're not going to complete that stitch. And I'll show you why here in a minute. We'll insert our hook into the stitch, grab the yarn, pull through, and then this is where we're going to stop. We need to grab our next color, which in this chart is pink, and we're going to pull that through to finish off the first stitch. Drop the purple behind, just let it go. Grab your pink. Now we need to do 3 stitches in pink, but we're not going to finish the third one because we need to add a new color. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to stop right there because our chart says we need to add white. So you grab your white yarn and you're going to pull that through the stitches, let the pink go. Now pick up the white. Okay, so we're going to carry our pink across underneath our white stitches because our next 3 blocks are going to be pink and it's just easier to carry along. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab the tail. We're going to crochet over top of the tail and over top of the pink to lock everything in place and enclose it in the stitches so you don't see it from either side. For white, we need 2 stitches. See, we wrapped it around both strands of yarn plus the purple. Single crochet, pull the pink a little snug, and then we don't finish our second single crochet because we're going to change colors again. So you're going to drop the white. We're going to forget about this tail. Pick up the pink, pull the pink through, pull your white snug, and then start working with your pink. So now we need 3 stitches in pink. 1, 2, 3. That's the back, and this is the front. Okay, so you certainly could have taken the purple and carried it the whole way across, but I don't care for doing it that way because it tends to make your, the more strands of yarn you have carrying over, the more bulky your fabric is going to be. So I try to keep carrying to a minimum. And I'm just going to start a new ball for this last purple stitch. So actually I shouldn't have finished this one. I need to pick up purple. Let go of the pink. And then we're going to do our last single crochet in this last stitch. That's row 2, 1 purple, 3 pink, 2 white, 3 pink, 1 purple. And now we have 4 balls of yarn going. Let's see what we can do for the next row. Row 3. So that calls for another purple stitch. So we're going to chain 1. Turn your work. The first stitch is going to be purple. We'll go ahead and almost finish it. But now instead of pink, which we have right here, we need white. What we're going to do is we're going to carry the yarn backwards. We're going to take this white and run it back this way. Pull it through our single crochet. We're finished with purple, so we're going to drop that behind. Pick up our white, and the next single stitch is white. But since these tails are in the way, since this pink is here, we still need to carry the pink along because that's the next color. So you want to bring this up, and we're going to crochet over the top of this white strand that we brought backwards and over top of the pink. So you find your next stitch. So you want the white and the pink inside your next stitch. You would pull the pink tight, but we don't finish the white stitch because our next stitch is going to be pink. So we would pick up that pink that we just crocheted over top of, pull it through, and because our next stitches are going to be white, we're going to carry the white along. And we're still going to be crocheting over top of this piece of yarn that we carried backwards. We need 1 pink stitch, which is going to go around where we carried backwards and the white piece. We're not going to finish off because that's a single stitch right there, because we have to have 4 white stitches after this. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw the white through and we're going to let the pink fall behind. I'm not going to carry it across. I'm just going to start a new ball. We're about ready to finish off covering this piece here. Chart calls for 4 single crochets, so we're going to make sure it wraps around there, around that yarn strand. 1. I like to put it underneath just to tuck it in a little bit better, but you don't have to. 2. 3. 4. We're doing pretty good so far. 1 purple, 1 white, 1 pink, 4 white. Now we need pink on this side. We're going to add a new piece of yarn. So we're going to back up, pull the pink through, and we're not quite done with the white yet, so we're going to carry that along. So now we're going to work over top of the tail of the pink and the white to lock it into place with 1 pink stitch. Since the next stitch is white, we're going to drop the pink back behind, pick up the white, pull it through, then work our last white stitch, and the final stitch is purple. So we'll pick up our purple, pull it through, drop the white back behind, and then complete our last purple stitch. All our yarn is coming out the back. Our tails are in the front. If these bother you and you don't like trying to see through them, you can weave them in really quickly. Let's get started on row 4. Purple is done. Okay, our first stitch is going to be white. So what we're going to do is cut the purple, let it go, and finish off, which is nice. That'll keep everything from coming undone. Okay, turn your work. Now we have all of our strands coming out the front now. And our first stitch is going to be white. So what we want to do is we want to take this white, pull it over top, pull it through the stitch, chain 1, and make your single crochet right there in the first stitch. So we know we're supposed to do 2 for this row. 2, 1 pink, 4 blues, 1 pink. Okay, so we'll drop our white behind, pick up our pink, and we have just 1 pink. So we'll pull that through, tighten up your white a bit, and complete your 1 single crochet on top of this pink one. But don't finish it off because there's only 1 pink block. So in the center section, there's no more white for now. We're going to pick up our blue, start a blue bobbin. Okay, so we'll drop the pink behind. We're going to crochet over top of the tail to lock it into place, and crochet 4 blue single crochets. 3, 4. So our next stitch is going to be pink. We're going to pick up the pink from the front, pull it through, let go of the blue, insert your hook under the pink strand to lock it into place, and we're going to crochet around it. Since we didn't carry white the whole way across, we need to start a new ball for the white. Drop the pink behind, pick up the white, crochet 1 stitch. Okay, and since our last stitch is white, we want to lock this purple into place, so we're going to put it in the stitch. And pull it snug, and that will be the end of that purple. So you can cut it off and remove it from your yarn. Let's do row 5. We're continuing on with the white, so we'll chain 1, turn our work, and this is starting to look like a hot mess on the back, and that's typical of these types of patterns. You will have a ton of ends to weave in, and be sure to check out my video on how to weave in ends like a pro. Let's carry on. Row 5, we need 3 white stitches. 1, 2, and since this is the end of the pink according to the chart, we're going to do like we just did with the purple. We're going to lock it in, pull it tight, and we're going to cut it off. And remove it. Later on when you weave it in, it'll be locked in better. Now we need 1 blue. Get that tail out of the way. We're going to pick up that blue. I'm going to carry the white through this 1 stitch because I need it right afterwards. So we have 1 stitch of blue. We're going to pull the white through, drop the blue, or no, I'm sorry. We're going to carry the blue, we need 2 white stitches. We're crocheting over top of the blue, carrying it forward. Then we're going to pull the blue through, drop the white because we have another white over here that we can use, and do 1 stitch of blue. So we need to lock this pink in so we can cut it off, and we need to pull white through because the remainder of the stitches are white. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop the blue back behind, pull the pink up so we can lock it in place, but we're not going to make any stitches with it. Pull the blue tight, and with the white we're going to go underneath the white and the pink, find our stitch, this pink stitch, and we're going to single crochet to lock those into place. You can pull them tighter. And we have 2 more white stitches, so I want to go underneath this again so I can lock it in one more time. 2. So I took a minute to weave in some ends because with a swatch this small it can get very confusing. So all we have left is the initial tail from the very beginning and the 4 strands of yarn that we have going right now. What I'm going to do, since I've showed you everything already that you need to know for working these stitches, for carrying forward, starting new yarn, finishing off yarn, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to the end. And if you watch the main introduction video, you know how to slow a video down if you want to watch it step by step. But this video is already running long, so I'm going to go ahead and speed it up and show you the completed block once it's finished. Okay, and there you have it. This would be considered the right side. This would be considered the wrong side. So tapestry crochet isn't super easy, but once you get the hang of it and you're able to control the strands of yarn effectively, it really isn't that difficult to do. And you really can get a lot of detail in your patterns that you could not do with corner to corner crochet. I actually really enjoyed doing tapestry crochet. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.